Good day, everyone. Welcome to our discussion for your subject, IT NW0923, or Systems Integration and Architecture. I will be your instructor for this semester. I am Stephanie Rose T. Basilio, MSCS. Now, to start our first lesson, we will be first discussing the preliminaries regarding our learning module. So, this is the learning module that I am working on and developing towards our subject. So this will be uploaded in our Google Classroom after this video has been posted. Okay, so I am the writer slash the author, and here are the other people connected to the development of this learning module. Now, here is the netiquette guide for online courses. This is CHED mandated, okay? It is important to recognize that the online classroom is in fact a classroom and certain behaviors are expected when you communicate with both your peers and your instructors. These guidelines for online behavior and interaction are known as netiquette. So here are the netiquette for security, for appearance, and for general guidelines. So please make sure to read through this as this will be implemented in our course, as well as our email netiquette, message board for netiquette and guidelines. Some information about me. I'm Stephanie Rose Di Basilio. I'm a Latin honors graduate of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, where I majored in Network and Data Communication from Bataan Peninsula State University in 2013. I also have a Master of Science in Computer Science, in where I graduated from President Ramon Magsaysay State University in 2023, being part of the College of Information and Communications Technology since I was 21 years old at 2013. For a decade now, I have been teaching different programming and database subjects, as well as student development courses like the Senior CICT Students series of seminars, known officially as Seminar on Advanced Topics. I am I am an active I have active participation in different resources and extensions program of our university, and my interests are database, e-marketing, and events management. My research paper um, regarding physiological stress detection mobile application was presented at the Second International Virtual Conference on Multidisciplinary Research and Innovation last 2020. So I'll be working on the table of contents as I develop our learning module. So for our course overview, this course deals with implementing enterprise integration middleware platform. Topics include analyzing appropriate decision to insource or outsource IT services, creating testing environment, and designing stress tests using appropriate tools and technique that impact performance. Our key learning competencies is analyze the appropriateness of a decision to insource or outsource IT services in a given situation, and create and implement an enterprise integration middleware platform, and design a stress test using appropriate tools and techniques that impact system performance. Here are our course details, and here are my contact details. Please take note of my email so you can email me if you have questions or clarifications. Here, we'll be using our Google Classroom as our LMS. And these are the corresponding class codes for each of the 4 sections that I handle this semester. So for the midterm exam, we'll be having 3 topics. And then for the finals exam, we also have 3 topics. So here are the assessments and activities that will be included in our classes. So we have class participation or course packet discussion forum. We also have activity sheets, assessment sheets, homework. So this will be the rubrics that will be used from the aforementioned, as well as our major course outputs, in where we have 3. So we have our first one is a major course output number 1, focused on in-source and outsource IT services. So this will be the rubrics for that. For our next course output, major course output, it will be to design a stress test. So this would be the rubrics that we will be using. And for the last one would be the final requirement as stated. And this will be the rubrics that will be used. Again, all of this information will be posted in our Google Classroom. And this would be our working grading system. Regarding the course policies, I've already mentioned this at our last meeting. Now we'll move on to our module overview. Introduction. These course deals with implementing enterprise integration middleware platform. Topics include analyzing appropriate decision to insource or outsource IT services, creating testing environment, and designing stress tests using appropriate tools and technique that impact performance. So we have 6 topics, namely Topic 1, Introduction to Enterprise Integration Middleware Platforms. Topic 2 is Analyzing Business Requirements for IT Services. Topic 3 is Introduction to Insourcing and Outsourcing. Topic 4 is Creating a Testing Environment. 5 is Designing a Stress Test. And lastly would be Performance Impact Analysis. So we have here 6 learning outcomes. First is to identify factors to consider when deciding whether to insource or outsource IT services in a given situation. Evaluate the current IT infrastructure of an organization and determine whether insourcing or outsourcing IT services would be appropriate. Value the role of clear and effective communication with stakeholders in the decision-making process of insourcing or outsourcing IT services. Explain the components and the functionalities of an enterprise integration middleware platform. Develop and execute a stress test using appropriate tools and techniques to identify potential performance issues. Recognize the importance of ongoing monitoring and maintenance of an enterprise integration middleware platform to ensure system performance. So here are the minimum technical skills required for this subject. First is that the student must be able to read and write in English, at least a senior high school level. The student should have a solid foundation in the computer science and programming. The student should be knowledgeable of at least one programming language. Students should have an understanding of software development methodologies. Students should be knowledgeable of database systems, including data modeling SQL. The student should have an understanding of networking concepts such as protocols and IP addressing. Students should have some familiarity with web technologies, including HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The student must be able to have an understanding of operating systems. This has been stated before, and the difference for this module overview would be the number of hours that will be given to each of the topics. So the delivery mode will be hybrid setup, in where we will be incorporating not only face-to-face classes that includes lectures and laboratory, but as well as online. The major course outputs were discussed last week as well as earlier, but more in detail last week. So again, we have 3 major course outputs, 2 of which would be before the final examination, and the final requirement would be on week 18, to be passed on week 18. Now for our course packet number 1, it is entitled Introduction to Enterprise Integration Middleware Platforms. So please take note of our learning module code. So for course packet number 1, Introduction to Enterprise Integration Middleware Platforms. Introduction. This course packet introduces enterprise integration middleware platform and their role in enabling efficient communication and integration between disparate applications and systems in a modern enterprise. Objectives: at the end of this course packet, you will be able to understand different types of middleware and their purposes in enterprise integration. Lesson describes several popular middleware platforms. Explain and explain the features and capabilities of middleware platforms, use middleware platforms to facilitate communication and data exchange between enterprise applications, configure and manage middleware platforms to optimize performance and scalability, appreciate the importance of middleware in modern enterprise integration. So this topic will be given 15 hours or 3 weeks for discussion. So for the assessment that we will be using, we'll be using classroom participation activity sheet, assessment sheet, as well as the homework. So for readings, I have again listed here two ebooks that are available in our main campus library, and it can be accessed through the web online public access catalog. Introduction. Enterprise integration middleware platforms are powerful tools used to link various applications, services, and systems together in an efficient and reliable way. They allow organizations to integrate their data and process across different platforms, making it easier to manage and analyze data from multiple sources. With enterprise integration middleware, organizations can create a streamlined workflow, allowing for faster and more efficient operations. Additionally, it helps to reduce costs associated with manual integration of data and processes. If you have any further questions about how enterprise integration middleware works, please don't hesitate to reach out. So now for our pre-assessment, give your best understanding of the following. Define middleware and provide example of its use. Identify and describe at least three key features of an enterprise integration middleware platform. Number three, explain how an enterprise integration middleware platform enables communication and integration between disparate applications and systems. So for this, this should be the pre-assessment. The answer to the pre-assessment should be passed up until the last hour of our second meeting this week. Okay. Now for the lesson proper. So one of the yeah. Okay. One of the terminologies na paulit-ulit nating naririnig mula kanina pa is yung middleware. So ano bang ibig sabihin ng middleware? So I have stated here the meaning of the middleware definition nito from two sources. So first is Oracle. So Oracle defines middleware as the software that connects software components or enterprise applications. Middleware is the software layer that lies between yung operating system natin and our application on each side of a distributed computer network that typically supports complex distributed business software applications. While according to IBM rather, middleware is software that enables one or more kinds of communication or connectivity between applications or application components in a distributed network. So paulit-ulit siya na nandun siya, na-implement siya sa isang DS or distributed network. By making it easy to connect with one another and providing functionality to connect them in intelligent ways. Middleware streamlines application development and speeds time to market. So the reason the term middleware was coined because the earliest middleware frequently serve as a mediator between a client or the front end of an application and a resource or the back end from which the client may request data. So isipin nyo na lang bakit sa atin dito sa Philippines meron tayong iba't ibang ginagamit na mga platforms for our payment and connected din siya doon sa ating mga bangko. So ano ba yung mga nagko-connect dito sa mga GCash natin, sa Maya natin, sa CoinsPH natin, sa Shopee wallet natin, papunta doon sa different platforms natin na nag-handle din ng other money natin. So parang maliban doon sa e-wallets, papunta siya doon sa mga banks natin. So yung different na mga networks na to, gumagamit sila ng middleware. Okay? Para magkaroon sila ng network sa isa't isa. Para magkaroon sila ng connection, para magamit natin sila. Kahit iba't ibang platforms po yung ating ginagamit. So why is middleware important? Middleware has become an important communication and data management tool in distributed systems. So ito yung binabanggit ko kanina, yung DS natin. Developers use middleware to support application development and simplify design processes. This leaves them free to focus on business logic and features instead of connectivity between different software components. Without middleware, developers would have to build a data exchange module for each software component that connects to the application. This is challenging because modern applications consist of multiple microservices or small software components that talk to each other. So yung last po natin is nanggaling po siya sa Amazon Web Services. So yung tatlo kanina, yung sa Oracle na yan, yung sa IBM na yan, yung sa Amazon Web Services na yan, lahat po ay nag-offer sila ng sarili-sarili nilang product, sarili-sarili nilang application for middleware. So here is an example of middleware architecture. So kung makikita nyo, meron tayong dyang 3 equipments. Kaya siya equipment and kasi kahit ano pa siya, kahit ilang equipments pa yan. So kung makikita natin, meron tayong different servers na naandun sa pinakataas and then may middleware tayo na layer na nagko-connecta dun sa iba't iba nating equipment. And then, under that would be our operating system and where ito yung pinaka nakakausap, nakaka-interact ng ating mga end user. Under nun is our firmware. And of course, yung pinaka nasa ilalim is our hardware. Middleware software architecture consists of several components that communicate to create a data pipeline. The data moves from one connecting application to the other through the middleware. The middleware processes the data for compatibility. So we have different types of middleware. So middleware is a wide term that might include everything from messaging tools to web servers to authentication systems. Below are a few examples of typical middleware use cases in modern development. So our first is yung new application development. So dito, yung middleware natin can support modern and popular runtimes for a variety of use cases. Next naman natin is optimization of existing applications. So middleware can help developers transform legacy monolithic applications into cloud-native applications, keeping valuable tools active with better performance and more portability. Figure number 4 is about the comprehensive integration. So ito yung middleware natin. Okay? Middleware integration tools connect critical internal and external systems, makes it easier for developers to extend capabilities across different applications. Next is yung API. So ito na-encounter na natin before. So ano ba ibig sabihin ng API? Application Programming Interfaces. Many middleware services are accessed through APIs, which are sets of tools, definitions, and protocols that allow applications to communicate with each other. APIs make it possible to connect completely different products and services through a common layer. Next natin is regarding data streaming. So ito, most of us are familiar na with this, especially with the rise of video streaming. While APIs are one way to share data between applications, another approach is asynchronous data streaming. This replicates a data set in an intermediate store where the data can be shared among multiple applications. Next is intelligent business automation. So these middleware can help developers, architects, IT, and business leaders automate manual decisions. So automation can improve resource management and overall efficiency. So I'm hoping that you'll be familiar yung mga images po natin kasi kasama po yan doon sa magiging assessment po natin. Popular middleware platforms. So here is an overview of some of the popular middleware platforms. First is IBM MQ. So IBM MQ is a message-oriented middleware platform that facilitates the exchange of data between different applications and systems. It uses a publish and subscribe model and supports various messaging protocols such as JMS, MQTT, and AMQP. IBM MQ provides high-performance, secure, and reliable messaging making it a popular choice for enterprise applications. So, during my research, nakita ko na ang pinaka-popular, pinakamarami ang users. So this is as of February 22 and 2023, is that itong IBM po talaga. And maraming nag-exist na other middleware platforms, pero ang pinaka-pinapang-compare talaga nila would be itong IBM. So parang siya yung one to beat pagdating dito sa talks natin about middleware. Next natin is Apache Kafka. Apache Kafka is a distributed streaming platform that is designed for high throughput, low latency data streaming. It is horizontally scalable and can handle large volume of data in real time. Kafka's messaging system is based on topics, which allows for high level abstraction of data and easy distribution across different applications and systems. Next is MuleSoft. MuleSoft is an integration platform that enables organizations to connect applications, data, and services across multiple cloud and on-premise environments. It provides an API-led approach to integration, which allows for greater flexibility and agility. MuleSoft supports a wide range of connectors and adapters, making it easy to connect to various systems and data sources. So yung unang tatlo po na nabanggit ko, according to my research, yan po yung top 3 na middleware platforms po na ginagamit as of 2023. Pero, marami din naman po ang gumagamit ng Microsoft BizTalk. So, Microsoft BizTalk is an integration platform that helps to connect disparate systems and automate business processes. It provides a unified platform for integrating various applications and data sources, including on-premises and cloud-based solutions. BizTalk supports a wide range of protocols and message formats, making it a versatile choice for integration. Next is Google Cloud Pub/Sub. Google Cloud Pub and Sub or Sub is a cloud-based messaging middleware platform that enables the real-time streaming of data and event notifications. PubSub offers features such as scalability, reliability, and message ordering, making it highly suitable for real-time data processing and analytics. Lastly po natin is Amazon SQS. So Amazon SQS is a fully managed message queuing service that enables the decoupling of distributed systems or DS and the processing of messages at scale. So SQS offers features such as message delivery, durability, and scalability, making it highly suitable for cloud-based applications and microservices architectures. So each of these middleware platforms has its strengths and weaknesses, and the choice of the platform will depend on the specific requirement of the organization. Some factors to consider when choosing a middleware platform includes the type of data being exchanged, the scalability and performance requirements, and the level of security and reliability needed. So ito pong comparison ko na ito, you should familiarize yourself with this kasi yung isang assessment po natin ay connected dito. So ito po ay nakalagay naman po sa references sa dulo nitong ating course packet yung yung link, yung live na link pa siya up until now kung saan ko po siya kinuha. So yan, yung mga naka as of now na may mga maximize buttons tayo dyan. May mga values pa yan, may mga information pa yan sa loob na pwede nyo pong magamit para mas maintindihan nyo yung comparison nitong tatlo na to. So if you remember, this is IBM, this is Apache, and this is MuleSoft. So that's figure 13. While on figure 14 naman, so we have yung sa Amazon, we have yung sa Google, at saka yung middleware platform na ginagamit ng Microsoft. So marami silang pros and cons. Middleware features and capabilities. So since I'm a visual learner, rather than puro text itong laman nitong next na part ng ating lesson, gumawa ako ng infographic that can help you when you are reviewing this particular part of our discussion. Okay? So middleware features and capabilities. So middleware platforms provide a way to connect different applications and services to work together in a distributed computing environment. These platforms offer several features that help to manage the flow of data between systems. Most common features of middleware platforms include So we have message queuing. This feature allows for asynchronous communication between systems. We also have transformation. Middleware platform often provide tools for transforming data from one format to another. Number three is routing, in where middleware platforms can route messages to specific destinations based on rules or criteria. Four is security. Middleware platforms often provide security features to ensure that messages are only accessed by authorized users. Five is monitoring. Middleware platforms often provide tools for monitoring the flow of messages and the performance of the system. Lastly is scalability, and where middleware platforms are often designed to be scalable, allowing them to handle increasing volumes of data and users. Overall, middleware platforms provide a set of tools and services that help to manage the complexity of distributed computing environments, making it easier to connect and manage different systems and applications. Next, we have example of middleware capabilities and how they impact enterprise integration. So middleware's primary role is to facilitate communication. So yun ang pinakamahalaga sa atin. Magkaroon ng communication yung different, let's say, different applications or different systems or mga different platforms. Data exchange and integration between these systems. Some examples of middleware capabilities and how they impact enterprise integration include, so ito siya. So we have therefore, so we have let's start with the right, message queuing, data transformation, API management, and service-oriented architecture or SOA. First is message queuing. So ano pang ibig sabihin nito? From the keywords message queuing. Pag sinabi natin queuing, anong ibig nitong sabihin? Ito ay nanggaling sa root word na queue, nang ibig pong sabihin ay pila. Okay, so middleware can use message queues to manage the flow of data between applications. This helps to decouple the sending and receiving systems, which can improve overall system stability and reliability. Message queuing can also help to improve performance by allowing multiple applications to communicate asynchronously, reducing the need for direct real-time communication. Number two is data transformation, in where middleware can also perform data transformation, allowing different systems to communicate despite the differences in their data structures or formats. This is particularly important when integrating legacy systems with modern cloud-based applications. Data transformation can also help to ensure data accuracy and consistency across systems. Next is yung SOA or Service-Oriented Architecture. Middleware can enable a service-oriented architecture where different applications or components are organized as services that can be easily accessed and consumed by other systems. This can improve overall system agility and flexibility, as new services can be added or modified without disrupting the entire system. Lastly is API management. Middleware can also provide API management capabilities, which allow organizations to manage, monitor, and secure their APIs. This is particularly important when integrating with third-party systems, as it can help to ensure data security and prevent unauthorized access. All of these capabilities can have a significant impact on enterprise integration, making it easier to connect different systems and applications, improving data accuracy and consistency, and ensuring overall system stability and reliability. Additionally, middleware can help organizations to adapt more quickly to changing business needs, as new applications and services can be added or modified with minimal disruption to our existing system. So how do we select yung right na middleware dun sa pasok or napapasok doon sa needs, sa requirements ng mga businesses? So it is important for you to have a clear criteria to compare the different types of middleware. In this way, you will generate trust and partiality to know which option is the one that best fits the needs of a company. In order to make that decision, it is recommended to apply the following criteria. So for this din po, meron din akong visual na infographic na ginamit dito para mas madali nyo siyang matandaan. So as you can see there, Meron tayong 10. So, eto siya. So, criteria for middleware selection. So, ito yung mga kailangan nating tandaan. Usability, maintainability, expansionability, community, company support, functionality, connectors,